Hi everyone, and welcome again to Life Creates Art. I am Shelly, and so this is an uncut version. Today that I'm filming this is actually mine and Jason's anniversary, our wedding anniversary. So this is going to be an uncut version because I'm not going to ask my husband to have to piece together and edit a video on our anniversary. And by the time that you're watching this right now, on a Sunday, the day that it's released, we're going to be on an anniversary trip in Las Vegas, my first time in Las Vegas. And so we're going to be filming lots of footage, and then we're going to put together a video for you to watch when we get back of our highlights of our trip, our anniversary trip. So thank you to our subscribers, our brand new subscribers who have joined us. Welcome, welcome. And if you're new to our channel, like and subscribe. We welcome you. And so this is our final video for our How I Make Portraits. And I know that I was going to include you all in the final painting of this portrait, the one of Jill and Madison and Andrew, and then of course little Mia and Rosie. However, as part of this channel, you know that I include, and I'm very vulnerable with you on this channel, I include parts of what was a challenge to me with this. Now, I have never painted on camera. This is the thing that was the most difficult for me. I painted the sunset affirmation and the sunflower and all of that. That was a little easier for me. But this is a commissioned portrait for someone, and it was a very, very difficult process for me to be vulnerable in that way, because I have shown people their portraits before they were ready. And that was a very, very difficult process, because I have people then come back and be very critical before I was even ready, before I was even done. And painting portraits is a very, very long process. For some it is easier. For me, it's a very long process. It can take 6 to 8 weeks for me to finish one portrait. And with this, I take a lot of time to paint people's portraits. And this is a fairly large one. We're talking about 3 people and 2 animals. And one of the animals, being Mia, I knew that I had to, of course, you have to get them all right. But Mia in particular has, at the time that the portrait was commissioned, Mia was with us, but then Mia has crossed over to the Rainbow Bridge. And so Mia had to be perfect. And I knew I had to make Mia extra special. So this was a difficult process for me also because, and here's where I get vulnerable, I think I've mentioned it on a video or 2. As this was happening, my hormones bottomed out. And last year, about 1.5 years ago, I had a hysterectomy, which was a necessary process. And I hadn't really gone into my process yet of menopause. But then around the time that this portrait was commissioned and around the time that we started this YouTube channel, all of a sudden the bottom dropped out on my hormones, and I went into just full-on menopause, and I went into a very, very deep depression. And so I was able to pull things together. I'm a very strong person, and this was a process that I was working through on my own, of course, behind the scenes, and pulling in my strengths and being able to teach and still be strong. But I was really fighting quite a battle on the other side. And it's an ongoing process for me, I have to say. And I know that a lot of people, including maybe some of you, we fight this ongoing process in battles behind the scenes within ourselves, and yet we have to walk out our front door and be strong. And I want to tell you that you are not alone, that there are lots of people that fight these battles, and you are not alone. And so I have gotten help, I am getting help, and I am getting better. So if you are fighting depression, and if you are in a place that I got to a place that was quite dark, and I sought after help. And so I want to let you know that you need to seek after medical help. Mine was hormonal. It was definitely a chemical imbalance. And yet I sought after counsel and things like that to help me break through. Now, that made the process of emotionally being vulnerable with you to paint this painting on camera even harder. So going through and painting this portrait on camera was very, very difficult for me. So what I had to do was, and vulnerability for a lot of people is difficult when you put yourself in a place of being vulnerable. Sometimes it takes just one step at a time. You can't just put yourself out there all the time. Sometimes it just takes one commitment at a time. There have been times, and I'm being completely honest with you here. There have been times where I have not really wanted to go anywhere during the day. I have just wanted to sort of hunker in and stay cozy and keep my fuzzy socks on, where the grocery store seemed like I don't want to go, but I had to. I had to get up, put my bootstraps on and get out of the house, put some makeup on so I felt better, and take one step at a time. And I want you to do that too. With this painting, it was quite a process for me. I had sort of a love-hate relationship with this painting, but in the end, like this painting, I have a victory here. And to me, this was the hardest painting I have ever done in my life. And you guys got to witness this because this is on YouTube now. I painted it in front of you, and now I'm here to testify to you to say this was, in the 28 years that I have been painting, this painting was the hardest painting I have ever done in my life because of what was happening with the depression I was fighting personally and the fact that I had to be vulnerable in front of you. Now, the process was that of course, you know that I paint this sort of caricature-like paintings, but I also add their story. I'm going to go now to the work of the painting. I also add their story into the painting. So Jill, she loves to dance, and so I added sort of a little bit of whimsy with the flowers, and she also loves Hawaii, so some Hawaiian flowers here, and she's quite the Wonder Woman, and so I added some Wonder Woman here. And her daughter does the circus art where she is able to do that acrobatic work with I'm having trouble describing it, with the fabric, where she sort of hangs from the fabric. And so that's what this is down here. But not only that, they love the ocean work. They love the ocean and the beaches. So I made it almost look like they were all connected by the ocean. That fabric connects them all. Jill is an artist herself, and this was an art piece that I noticed of hers right on. And of course, it's not as beautiful as hers is, but she has a paintbrush in her hand. And Andrew, of course, he is number one, and he is a football player, a basketball player. And of course, Mia, she went to the Rainbow Bridge. She has a little halo, and their gold halo, they all each have a little halo ring on their finger that connects them all. And then little Rosie is still with us. And Andrew would like to go to Oregon State as a Duck. And then Madison also loves hula hoops. And so there's little things in here that connect them all. But I wanted to let you know that you are okay. I'm okay. I got through this okay. And If you guys have any questions about the process and what I had to go through to do this, it was just working on it every single day, planning that time every single day to get up, even if I didn't want to, because sometimes when you don't want to do something, you have to just get up and do it, and then you sort of get that juju starts going, and you get into it. And so that's what was happening with this painting. And I feel good. I am so glad it's done. I'm going to be bringing it to Jill in a day or two before we leave on our trip. And so here it is. Before I leave, again, this is completely uncut. And I just wanted to let you all know that no matter what you're going through, I've said this to you before, this too shall pass. And I know that, and I said that to myself. I have said that to myself in the past few months. This too shall pass. My mom said it to me all the time. And as I got through painting this painting, that I sometimes just would walk by and just was like, oh, I hate you, I hate you. And now I see it as a victory, because I got through it, and I'm able to show you and say, look, I got through this. This is my victory, and you will too. Anything you're going through, you will get through it. This too shall pass, and you can do it. I'm here for you. Jason and I are here for you. So leave comments below. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And don't worry, it's going to be okay. And make someone smile today. And don't forget to make yourself smile. Get out your sketchbook. Put your feelings in your sketchbook. Express yourself. Write next to whatever you sketch, write what you're grateful for. That's what I've been doing every day. Just write a few things that you're grateful for, even if you don't feel like it. And so make someone happy today. Make someone smile today. If you're driving in your car, let someone in, even someone who doesn't deserve it. Make someone smile at the grocery store. Let someone in front of you in line. Do something that is good and loving and caring. And so this is how I do portraits. If any of you have any questions, I am going to be doing more basic art techniques. Yes, I am. But I also, part of my channel is about encouraging you and making sure that your life is a masterpiece so that you can do art and do your life. And this is Shelly signing out. And our next video is going to be about Las Vegas. And then we're going to be doing some end of the year stuff. We're going to be doing some resolution and life planning, and then art. And I love you, and I'll see you all very soon. All right, Shelly signing out. Bye.